Good evening, one and all. On behalf of Parliputra Sahodaya, I welcome everybody to this session to reflect upon critical thinking for smart learning. So once again, welcome you on behalf of Rajan Ranjan sir, other executives of Parliputra Sahodaya. Dear teachers, when we think about critical thinking for smart learning, so two concepts, these are two concepts that we see. One is critical thinking, another is smart learning. So what is critical thinking? What is smart learning? So critical thinking is something, no, just think something rather than normal. And smart learning, we say always work hard rather than working hard. Suppose we have a smart system to learn, smart way of working, smart work, that gives the best or the better output. So in case I want to learn something smart, I should think critical. Don't think like others. Common thoughts are not having value. Only those thoughts are having value which is uncommon. Everybody is thinking, okay, and what do I think? If my thought is different than others, that I can be considered as something, critical thinking. Here, critical thinking, I'll be discussing about positive aspects of critical thinking, not of negative aspects of critical thinking. So here, just see critical thinking and smart thinking. Critical thinking or smart learning. One is problems we have. Who is there in the world who does not have problems? Can you show somebody, even in dreams, even in daily life, everywhere we see problems, problems, problems. Everywhere. Not a single person we can see who is out of problems. Now let us see, is problem necessary in our lives? Yes. Problem leads us or helps us to have a better and smart life. Better and smart life. When everybody was using 4G and we were happy to have 4G. Everybody. Now, even though I'm having a good internet speed, I'm having good internet speed, फिर भी मैं 4G सिम से खुश नहीं हूं. क्यों? क्योंकि मार्केट में 5G सिम आ गए. मार्केट में 5G स्पीड डेटा कनेक्शन आ गए. My thoughts, I think that's a problem. What is a problem? I am not having 5G phone or I am not having 5G SIM. That's a problem for me. Or this is, temporary problem we can think about. There are many other problems which are permanent or which disturbs us family wise or society wise. So when we think about these problems, we should have solution also. What is a solution? I have to access, I have to solve the problem and be happy. So I am doing everything for my happiness. What are things I am doing? Everything I am doing for my happiness. Why do I do job? I want to earn money. Why do I earn money? I can have a better lifestyle. Why do I, have better lifestyle, better, facilities, better car, better mobile phone, better laptop, better dress, the best house, the possible traveling. There are so many things. So many things. These materialistic things are giving us a temporary solution. These materialistic things gives us a temporary solutions, temporary happiness. So what we think as problem, the real problems in our life are not the real problems. That's a real fact. The problem that I think every day are not the real problems of my life. What are the problems that I think, as I just said about? I am not having 5G phone. That is not the real problem. I am not having money in my pocket. I am not having lakhs and crores in my bank. That is not the real problem. Real problem is that enrichment of soul. Enrichment of soul is a real problem in our life. That problem should be solved. If that problem is supposed to be solved, we should think differently. We should think differently. Then in order to think differently, I should learn differently. I should have smart learning. I should have smart learning. I should have. What is smart learning I should have? That, it's not a hard work. It is not that I study for 8 hours, 10 hours, but it matters. I may be studying for 2 hours. How do I spend these 2 hours? Time. How can I get benefit out of it? That's called smart. It is said, in the forest, lion does not walk in the same way in which other animals walk. Lion does not walk at all. Why? It has got its own way of thinking. I am unique. I am unique. My thoughts will be unique. My activities will be unique. And my doings will be unique. Everything will be unique. I will not be as similar as others. Why? Because God has created me as unique. Nobody in this world is as similar as me, as similar as you. All of us are different than everybody. All of us are different than everybody. If I am different than others, why should I think like others? I have to think better than others. I have to think different than others. If I think different than others, I will have a smart life. I will have a smart learning. I will have a smart learning. How does critical thinking help in learning? We think, how it can help? It can help in many ways. How? Critical thinking fosters allied life skills such as organizational skill, planning, open-mindedness, communication skills, among others. Being a life skill by itself, critical thinking enables you to take on challenges in the personal and professional world with easy. As we know, critical thinking is a part of life skill. There are three types of life skills. Three types divided into 10. Okay? And one among those is critical thinking. So this critical thinking has got its own uniqueness, organizational skills, planning, open-mindedness, communication skill. And it takes us to the worldwide. The worldwide. If I can think something critical, something different, that entirely will change the life. Entirely will change the life. Every day I reach school maybe at 7 o'clock because 7 o'clock is teacher's arrival. 7 o'clock is teacher's arrival. Now tomorrow onwards, let us think one thing. I will reach school 15 minutes before teacher's arrival. Something different. Something different. You just see the school. See your school. What is the time your principal comes? What's the time your principal comes? Target. Minimum 2 minutes before principal arrival, I will reach. I will reach the school minimum before 2 minutes. Targets. Targets. Make it practical. This is called a change in life skill. So critical thinking refers to a form of mental discipline in which a person can conceptualize, analyze, and reflect upon various input and other information and then apply it in a constructive fashion. It is not simply I am doing it. It should be constructive way. It should be constructive way. If my things are not constructive way, there's no use in it. My application part will be failure. I will not be able to apply the things in a proper way. I analyze my concepts, reflect upon the thought, whatever I have. I am thinking, I am having something dream. I know that I am going to think something different than others. Reflect upon that reflection we give or lead us to have a better thought. Have a better thought. Some people ask me, sir, how can we improve our language? How can we improve our English language? So I give a simple technique. How can we improve our English language? Think in English, speak in English, dream in English. I repeat, think in English, speak in English, dream in English. So automatically my thought, my words, my imaginary world, it is already settled in one language. The same way, I have to have a proper reflection upon the concept and other things, whether I'm going to apply it right or wrong. Right or wrong. The critical thinking is aimed at achieving the best possible outcome in any situation. No matter I wanted to get up at 5 o'clock to go to school. Heavy rain, heavy rain. I'm not feeling to get up. I'm thinking myself, let me call to my principal and say, my child is sick. Principal sir, principal ma'am, my child is sick. My husband is not well. My wife is not well. My parents are not well. Are they not well? No. The thing is, I am lazy. I am lazy. I want a comfort zone. I want a comfort zone. That is not the best possible outcomes in any situation. Even though the worst situation comes, if I think I have to reach in the school, I will reach. Nobody can stop. Nobody can stop. In order to achieve this, it must involve gathering and evaluating information from as many different sources possible. I should have a target of critical thinking. For example, I don't like lemon. If I think I don't like lemon, how can I say I don't like, okay, taste I don't like, or smell I don't like, or how can I say systematically? When somebody says that you eat lemon, there's a scientific reason, vitamin C. In lemon has got vitamin C or orange. It increases our immunity. Vitamin C increases our immunity. So what people say, you should have vitamin C, you should consume orange, lemon. So when I say something that no, I don't like, I should say not the emotional points. I should have clear idea what is merits, what are demerits. In order to understand a topic, in order to understand something creatively, in order to understand something positively, in order to understand something critically, I need to have maximum sources possible. I should have maximum sources possible. It is not that minimum source, maximum source. Suppose it can be a library, it can be Google search engines, it can be news, many other things. For example, the news come in the NDTV. News comes in NDTV. So in NDTV news is coming. Whether NDTV news is correct or not, how can we confirm it? It is possible to confirm the way I should observe Aaj Tak, DD News, and different news channels. Once I watch different news channels, I will understand almost all facts of events. Almost all facts of the news I understand. Yes, NDTV said this, Aaj Tak said this, and other news have said this. इसलिए शायद ये सही हो सकता है, right? Yes, we feel difficulty. Suppose we see only NDTV, only Aaj Tak news, we will not be able to come to a conclusion, which is right, which is wrong. We will be as same as frog in the well. So different sources possible are very much important for critical thinking. What are critical thinking skills for students? It is okay. Maybe it is applicable for everybody. Still, how it can influence students? It involves the ability to reflect on an idea or problem, apply reason, and make logical connections between ideas. Not one idea, ideas. Sometimes we think the idea what I say is the best idea. We don't listen to someone else. No. When I listen to someone else, I am getting 5, 6 other ideas. Observe it, analyze, reflect upon, and understand which idea is the best idea. If suppose we feel that 3, 4 ideas are good, what will be the best one? Put all ideas together. When I put all ideas together, a new idea takes birth. A new idea takes birth. So I can be a creator of new idea. Just I want to omit my old idea, or I have to create new idea. If I want to make new idea, simple task, observe and listen to others. Very simple. Very simple. And life skills websites skills you need point out that critical thinking is about being an active learner rather than passive recipient of information. I read once again. Critical thinking is about being an active learner rather than a passive recipient of information. I am not at all a passive recipient of information. I am sitting in the class, look at the class. I am teaching in the class. Students are sitting and they are the different world. हिंदी का शिक्षक हिंदी पढ़ा रहे हैं और संस्कृत पढ़ा रहे हैं, सोशल पढ़ा रहे हैं, बच्चे अपना अपना दुनिया में है. That is not. They become passive. How can I make others active? First, I should be active. First, I should be active. I go to the class. I instruct the students. Yes, come on, students, let us study. What are the topics we studied yesterday? You come to the point which makes the students curiosity. If there is no curiosity, students will not be interested. Students will not be interested. You look at the TV serials. Simple observation of TV serials. Okay, hardly 15-20 minutes, half an hour duration they say, but 15-20 minutes TV serials go, right? The important part is that within the half an hour, the TV serial is about to finish. Such a way they finish it off, it makes curiosity in the viewers. Curiosity in the viewers, what is going to happen tomorrow? What will happen tomorrow? What will happen tomorrow? This curiosity will make us to come in front of TV tomorrow also. Curiosity. But today in our classroom, what is happening? Nothing is curiosity. Even students ask some questions out of curiosity. Some of us, not all, some of us may say, hey, sit down. Hey, sit down. It is not in your syllabus. You will study in +2. You will study in 10th class. You will study in graduation. They are breaking the curiosity. Unless and until students think critically, smart learning will never take place. Smart learning will never take place. When I think that I need to argue with somebody, when I think that I need to understand somebody, I keep learning. I keep learning about it. What are learning skills? The 21st century learning skills are often called 4 C's. Listen, the 24th century skills for 4 C's. What are the 4 C's? 1. critical thinking, creative thinking, communicating, and collaborating. I come from the last, collaboration. When a group of people sit together, it's called collaborative learning. It's called collaborative, CL, collaborative learning. People keep ideas after ideas. This is right, that is right, this is wrong, that is wrong. No, your points are not good, your points are very good. There are a lot of points come together. Collaborative learning, communicating. I communicate my views, I communicate my dreams, my possibilities, my decays, my anxieties, and then creative thinking. How to be creative? How to be creative? The world today demands creativity. The world today demands creativity. And unless and until we think critically, we are not going to have a smart life tomorrow. Smart life tomorrow. If you have notebooks, please write down on points, a small point. Today I have problems. Please write down. Yesterday I had a problem. Today I have problem. Tomorrow I will have problem. Day after tomorrow I will be happy. Most of the people die today or tomorrow. I repeat, yesterday I had problems. कल problems थे, आज problem है, कल भी problems रहेंगे, लेकिन परसों मेरा खुशी होगी. लेकिन बहुत सारे लोग आज या कल इस दुनिया से चले जाते हैं. We die today or tomorrow. We won't wait for the day of tomorrow's happiness. We lose, hope. Optimism, optimistic. I should be hopeful for the days to come. What we think, I have problems, I have anxieties, I have lot of issues. I think and die today or tomorrow. But if I fight, I like to share an incident. Once a family decided to suicide, and they took poison. It's a real story. Real story in one of the villages. When I was in the NGO, I was going to house visit and village visits. So this a family shared with me this incident. Both the husband and wife, they closed the children in the house. They went outside and they went to the field. They took the poison. They hold their hands. Husband and wife, they hold their hands. Took the poison to die because they had a financial crisis. And the first child was of 4-year-old, and the second child, I think hardly 1-year-old, not even 1 year, few months child, and 4-year-old elder daughter. They put in the house, locked the house, came to the field. Husband and wife held their hands, took the poison, and they drank. I want to leave from the world. Drank. And with the anxiety, the life is about to leave from the body. They left their hand. Husband went one side, wife went another side. And afterwards, few people were walking on the way, and so a lady was trying to come to the life, going to die. People took the lady, reached into the hospital. After 2 days, she was conscious. After 2 days, when she became conscious, she asked, what about my husband and children? What about my husband and children? Since the neighbors understood children are there at home, the children reached the neighbors, पड़ोसी लोग उन बच्चों को अपना दूसरा पड़ोसी के घर पे रखे थे और इस लेडी को हॉस्पिटल ले गया. But the question was, first she asked, मेरा husband कहाँ है? Where is my husband? And the people were worried. People were, having curiosity. Where is the husband? She said, he too had taken poison along with me. He too had taken poison along with me. People went and searched. They found it was a dead body. 2 days back, the body, the person died and it starts smelling. They took and buried. The lady was telling me this point when her child was studying in 8th class, from 4-year-old to 14-year-old, after 10 years. The lady said, the relatives came and they said, why don't you share your problems? The society came together, families came together. They helped that as much as they could. And she, single lady, without husband's work, help. She went out of the house, start working different jobs in a smart way. She brought up, she completed entire debt. She brought up the family, 2 kids, and kids were studying the very good English medium schools. See the challenge. A moment thought, a negative thought of a moment, हमारे जिंदगी को खत्म कर सकते हैं. Therefore, it said this critical thinking supposed not to be in a negative aspect. It's supposed not to be in a negative aspect. Think positively. Problems may be yesterday. Problems are today. Problems will be tomorrow. But day after tomorrow, I am going to kill the problems. I will be the successor of the problems. Think positively. Think critically. Think differently. I will be the best one for tomorrow. Here comes, the critical thing stands in a very good position. Very good position. Encourage the children. Encourage the children to think critically. It is not that 1857 revolt khatam ho gaya. No, it is not that 1930 Dandi Yatra khatam ho gaya. No, it is not that the 1947 independence revolution is finished. No, still it is relevant. Think critically. Still we need to have independence. We are not independent. What type of independence we need? For knowledge, learning. For learning I should be. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Lead me from darkness to light. That's the freedom. From ignorance to knowledge. That is the freedom I need. Think critically. It is not that I am not in physical aspects of the world. No student should be depressed that I haven't got first rank in the school. No student should be depressed of that I haven't got first rank in the state or in the country. No. Think critically. I don't want to first rank. I want 100% marks. I want 100% mark. If it is possible, if a child of 60%, think I want 100%, as out of imagination. 60%, encourage the child to think about 75%. 75%. एक बार एक पिताजी अपना घर पे BMW कार लेकर आया. पिताजी अपना ये सस्पेंस दिया अपना वाइफ को और अपने बच्चे को. सस्पेंस. ऑल ऑफ अ सडन इन द इवनिंग पिताजी ने क्या किया? एक BMW कार लेकर आया और अपनी वाइफ और ये जो छोटा बच्चा था 5-6 साल का बच्चा बहुत खुश हुआ. सो हैप्पी. एंड पापा ने कहा बाबू और उसका वाइफ को कहा आप आ जाइए, हम लोग आइसक्रीम पार्लर जाएंगे आइसक्रीम पीने के लिए, हम लोग खुशी मनाएंगे. They went to the ice cream parlor. They had ice cream. After having ice cream, the boy, the child, उन्होंने क्या किया? आइसक्रीम खत्म करके दौड़ के कार के पास आया और उसके थोड़े समय के बाद the father also came to the car. आप सोचिएगा BMW कार 1 करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा है, कीमती है। तो पिताजी ने ये देखा था, बच्चे ने पत्थर से, एक पत्थर नीचे था, वो पत्थर से कुछ लिख रहे हैं। The child was writing on the BMW car with a stone which he got from the floor, just writing. What did father do? He slapped, gave one slap. He slapped and the child was unconscious. Child was unconscious. Papa ने उसको hospital ले गया. And the doctor said, your child is critical. And he was so sad. The extreme happiness has come to the extreme sadness. उन्होंने ICU से बाहर निकलते हुए, हॉस्पिटल से बाहर निकलते हुए अपना गाड़ी की ओर चल रहे थे। उन्होंने तब ध्यान दिया अपना गाड़ी की ओर, और उसका बच्चा ने ऐसे लिखा था, I love you पापा, I love you पापा। He was so sad, he could not identify what was the feeling of the child. He just reacted. Just reacted. Have patience. Before we react, have patience. हर चीज के लिए हम लोग रिएक्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. We should be patient enough. Think differently. Think differently. Else, the sadness, it will be permanent. It will be permanent. So it is says that critical learning incidents may lead to educationally significant learning and personal growth. हम लोग हमेशा क्या सोचते हैं, मेरा पड़ोसी का घर पे 65 इंच का टीवी है, एलईडी टीवी है। किसके घर पे? मेरा पड़ोसी के घर पे 65 इंच का टीवी है। तो मेरा सोच क्या है, मेरा क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग क्या कहते हैं, मेरा घर पे 75 इंच का एलईडी टीवी में खरीदूंगा। मेरा पड़ोसी के घर पे इनोवा क्रिस्टा आ गया, मेरा घर पे क्या आएगा, फॉर्च्यूनर में खरीदूंगा, मैं फॉर्च्यूनर खरीदूंगा। That's supposed not to be the thought. We have to encourage the children. You make your thoughts which is related to educational and spiritual. अगर मेरा दोस्त एक किताब खरीदेंगे, मैं I will buy 2 books. 2 books. That should be our positive approach. सेंट अगस्टिन ने कहा, एक संत है, एक संत अगस्टिन, सेंट अगस्टिन ने कहा, if he or she can become sane, why can't I? If he or she can become sane, then why can't I? A critical thinking, a spiritualistic thought, a spiritualistic thought. If he or she can love everybody in common way very beautifully, why I should keep enmity with someone? Why I should keep enmity with someone? That should be the thought. Encouraging students to think critically means encouraging them to question everything. Why black is black? We know a country, Greece. Greece में ऐसे होता था. People get up in the morning and they sit like this, keep thinking. Why sun is rising in the east? हम लोग बचपन से एक सेंटेंस सुन के आ रहे हैं इंग्लिश में, sun rises in the east. Sun rises in the east. Grammatically शायद सही है, sun rises in the east, but logically wrong है. Where sun rises, that is east. It is not that sun rises in the east. No. Okay, teachers? It is not the correct sentence. Logically, sun rises in the east is wrong. Where sun rises, that is east. We go to the place and we see which part of the, which side sun rises. And we say that is east. This is west. This is north. That is south. Right? We need to question ourselves. We need to question ourselves. Why black is black? Why? Because from childhood onwards, people showed this color and said to me, this is black. From childhood onwards. If in case in the childhood onwards, if this color was taught that it is white, I would have learned it is as a white. That is what. This is taught as paper weight of stone. If from childhood I would have been taught this as a pen, this is pen, and this is stone, pen as a stone, you would have learned the same. Right? So we need to think something critically that helps us to have better thoughts. If you ask students questions such as, why did you write that? What makes you say that? How would you prove that? You encourage them to think critically. Asking questions help students to become better thinkers. I tell my children, why students have to come in uniform? Why students have to follow this rule? Why students have to follow that rule? These, that. So many rules are the why we have to follow. Reading is not studying. Simply reading is reading text or notes is not actively engaging the material. See now the points. Understanding study cycle, spacing out is good. It is good to be intense. Silence is not golden. Always silence is not golden. Sometimes कभी हम लोग क्लास में गुस्सा हो जाता है टीचर्स. क्यों? बच्चे जो सवाल मैंने पूछा तुमने क्या किया? बच्चे साइलेंट है. तुमने क्या किया? बच्चे साइलेंट. क्या मुंह नहीं खोलेंगे? बच्चे साइलेंट. We get lot of aggressiveness. So हम लोग we know that silence is not golden always. Problems are your friend. Reconsider multitasking. Switch up your setting. So read the class notes. Some smart, easy study. How to learn smartly. Read the class note. Read the textbook. Look up other resources. Create a mind map. Teach someone what you have learned. Do practice problems from a variety of sources. It is not that I have one source and I am accepting that. No. Read different sources. As a teacher, I should have library in my house. शायद हम सभी लोग एक ओथ लेना चाहिए आज एक स्मार्ट लर्निंग के लिए. मैं अपने घर पे इस साल 2023-24 सेशन खत्म होने से पहले मैं अपने घर पे एक लाइब्रेरी बनाऊं in which not less than 500 to 1000 books. Not less than 500 to 1000 books. मेरे एक प्रोफेसर साहब था, मेरे प्रोफेसर साहब हैं, उन्होंने क्या करते थे हर महीना एक अमाउंट, उस जमाने में सालों पहले 10-15 साल पहले उन्होंने 400 रुपीज 500 रुपीज हर महीना अपना सैलरी से अलग करते थे. क्या के लिए? किताब खरीदने के लिए. Even we can also target. हम लोग बच्चों को भी बता सकते हैं. Tell to the student, dear student, 1 month, 1 book. 1 month, 1 book. You buy, keep in your personal library. 12 months, 12 books. A child average 50, around 70 years a person, stays, lives. Even after average 50 years also, how much? 5 into 12, right? 60. And multiply how many books in his life he can have it. So encourage the students in this way. Take 5 minutes break between 25 to 30 minutes period of studies. Now smart study smarter way. It's not continuously. Create a study space within your dorm, home or residence. You can train yourself to study. Take time to discover the meaning behind the concept. It is not just simply blah, 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 I am studying. Think, why do I study? Why do I study? What's the concept of the topic? What's the concept of the topic? How can I understand fast? It's not simply mugging up, by hearting. जो भी हम लोग by heart करते हैं, that we can forget. Suppose we understand and study, that we will never forget. That we will never forget. Execute your plans to be smarter in your studies. For any exams or even small tests conducted in your schools or college, you need to plan properly to succeed and outshine other students. But it is not about just planning. You need to execute those plans properly, or else planning will be an utmost waste, or planning will not be success. Set a goal. I am studying, I am going to school, I am working hard, I am having smart work, I am thinking critically, I am having creativity. Why do I have all these things? Why do I have all these things? Aim, set a goal. I am doing all these things for particular reason. Otherwise, मैंने बस स्टॉप में गया, जो बस पहले आया उसमें चढ़ गया और चले जा रहे हैं. कहाँ पे जा रहे हैं मालूम नहीं. कंडक्टर ने मेरे पास आया और पूछा आपको कहाँ जाना है, मालूम नहीं. पैसा दे दिया, वो टिकट नहीं दे पा रहे, मैं जगह नहीं दे पा रहा हूँ, बोल नहीं पा रहा हूँ. Aimless travel. Aimless travel. Not only I am confused, the conductor also confused. Aimless travel. Set a goal. Adopt and stick to the study schedule. Stay well rested. Take advantage of educators' resource. Healthy study. Techniques for proper exam preparation. Develop note taking skills. जब हम लोग क्लास लेते हैं, insist the students to have write class notes. Whenever we study, teach in the class, ask the students to sit with pencil and pen and paper. Ask them to write class notes. Compulsory. Ask them to underline important things, important points, word meanings. Ask them to write. These are very much important. Taking notes. Extracurricular activities, study buddies. Sit together and study. Participate in extracurricular activities. Maximum things adopted. Listen more and speak less. कभी कभी हमारा जिंदगी में क्या होता है, हम लोग ज्यादा बात करते हैं और किसी का बात हम लोग सुनते नहीं. मैं 1 घंटा लगातार बात कर सकता हूं, लेकिन मैं एक मिनट किसी का बात सुन नहीं सकता हूं. We have no patience to listen to others. We have curiosity to speak a lot. Therefore, listen more, speak less. As the saying goes, better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. These are research resources. If you want to view as reasonably smart, keep your mouth shut. Talk less, and when you do talk, what you say will be valued much more. ब्ला 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 बोलते रहने से कोई आपका बात नहीं सुनेंगे. कभी हम लोग माइक में भाषण देते हैं ना, जब हम लोग माइक में भाषण देते हैं, अभी इंडिपेंडेंस डे आएंगे, हमारा प्रिंसिपल साहब, हमारा जो अथॉरिटीज होंगे और हमारा टीचर्स कभी कभी माइक में आके वैसे बात करेंगे. हम लोग को पहली बार माइक मिले हैं, 25 मिनट, 30 मिनट, 45 मिनट, 1 घंटा. एक छोटे से भाषण बहुत काफी है, 2 से 3 मिनट बस हो गया. एटमोस्ट 5 मिनट, एटमोस्ट 5 मिनट. क्या हम लोग ब्ला ब्ला बोल रहे हैं ज्यादा? जरूरत ही नहीं, जरूरत ही नहीं. अगर बच्चों को भाषण से द्वारा क्यों सिखा रहा है, हमारा एक्टिविटीज के द्वारा सिखाना चाहिए. That is what Gandhiji said. My life is an example. My life is an example. Let others follow my life. Use simple terminologies instead of using big words, difficult words. Don't ever articulate, exaggerate. Relax and breathe. Don't tense. Let it. Let it. If it is a problem, there's something, there's a solution. No problems are found without solutions. No problems are found without solution. Use a varied intonation pattern. Different patterns can be used. Ask questions yourself. Encourage decision making. Work in a group. Incorporate different points of view. Connect different ideas. Inspire creativity. Not something copy paste. Not something कॉपी पेस्ट. क्रिएटिविटी, कैसे क्रिएटिविटी आ जाएगा? साइलेंस पर क्रिएटिविटी आ जाएगा. कैसे साइलेंस पर क्रिएटिविटी आ जाएगा? ये ग्रुप स्टडीज हो रहे हैं, मेरी 5 टीचर्स एक साथ बैठ के स्कूल के एक एक्टिविटीज में या कुछ बात कर रहे हैं. बी साइलेंट. 4 टीचर्स जो है ना अलग अलग आइडियाज बता देंगे, अलग अलग वो 4 आइडिया और मेरा आइडिया 5 हो गया, एक साथ डाल दीजिए. जस्ट मेक इट न्यू समथिंग डिफरेंट. Always with new informations with the courteous eyes and curiosity. I want to learn. I want to learn. कभी कभी बच्चे हमारे क्लास में बैठते हैं, मुझको सब कुछ मालूम है, टीचर क्या पढ़ाएंगे. कभी कभी 10+2 में बच्चे जो होते हैं ये सोचते मैं आकाश का ट्यूशन ले रहा हूँ, एलन से ट्यूशन ले रहा हूँ, ये फिजिक्स वाला से ट्यूशन ले रहा हूँ, ये मेरा ट्यूशन, ये मेरा फिजिक्स का टीचर क्या पढ़ाएंगे, मेरा स्कूल का जो फिजिक्स का टीचर क्या पढ़ाएंगे, मैं फिजिक्स वाला से ट्यूशन ले रहा हूं. ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस कभी नहीं होना चाहिए, कभी नहीं होना चाहिए. मैं स्टूडेंट था, मैं स्टूडेंट्स हूं और मैं स्टूडेंट्स रहूंगा. I am student always, a curiosity to learn. Look at where the information has come from. Consider more than one point of view. Practice active listening. Gather additional information where needed. Ask lot of open-ended questions. Become more self-aware. Understand your mental process. Develop foresights. Think about the future. Think something to come. Practice active listening. Ask questions. Continuously, it's coming to almost all slides. Ask questions. Evaluate existing evidence. Meeting with a mentor. कि कभी नहीं सोचना चाहिए मेरा मेंटर, मुझको मेंटर का जरूरत नहीं है. नो. एकलव्य was excellent. Eklavya was excellent. Still, he was in need of a guru. He went to the guru. Even the guru has not accepted. उसका मूर्ति बनाया, मूर्ति के सामने साधना किया, प्रैक्टिस किया, अपने आप को आगे लेकर आया. मीन्स गुरु मेंटर इज नेसेसरी फॉर एवरीबडी. विराट कोहली, धोनी या सचिन तेंदुलकर कितना भी अच्छा भी खिलाड़ी भी हो, they are in need of a coach. They are in need of a coach. So mentor or guru cannot be demolished from anybody's life. Participating team building exercise. Strong teachers think critically. If I am a strong teacher, अभी से, आज से, अभी से मैं critically think करूंगा. They practice the thinking art of analyzing and evaluating as they consider both day-to-day activities and long-term teaching and learning goals. They evaluate what they have, determine what they will need, and decide how and when to access students' progress. Formulate your question. Know what you are looking for specially. Gather your information. Now that you have what is relevant to your problem or decision, research it. Gather information. Apply information. Consider implication. Explore other points of view. Consider and explore other points of view. When we think about this for the students, the skill that we need in order to be able to think critically are varied from include observation, analysis, interpretation, reflection, evaluation, inference, explanation, problem solving, and decision making. I repeat, it includes observation, analysis, interpretation, reflection, evaluation, inference, explanation, problem solving, and decision making. These are the skills. It has to be inbuilt in the life of students in order to have critical thinking, to have a smart learning. In order to have smart learning and build in opportunities for students to find connections in learning. Use analogies, promote interactions among students, ask open-ended questions, allow reflection time, use real life problems, allow for thinking practice. See, everywhere one term is coming common problem, questions. participate in discussion, practice active learning, study with the help of examples, go beyond academics. कभी हमारा सोच क्या होता है, मैं क्लास जा रहा हूं, मेरा जो ड्यूटी है बच्चों को सिलेबस खत्म करना और मेरा काम खत्म, वो सिर्फ ड्यूटी बन जाए, जस्ट इट विल बी अ ड्यूटी, लेकिन रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं होगी. रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ये कहती है गो बियॉन्ड academic learning, go above the sky. Sky is not the limit, dear teachers. जो हम लोग आसमान देखते हैं ना, वो आसमान लिमिट नहीं, उसके आसमान से ऊपर भी और कुछ है, उसका भी ऊपर और कुछ है. Go above that. Critical thinking is at that core of learning because it allows students to reflect on and comprehend their perspective based on personal reflection and understanding. This skill assists a student in determining how to understand the world around them. What is my society? What is my family around? What is my school around? What is my district, state, and country and the world around? I will evaluate. I start thinking critically. In other words, good critical thinkers know how to analyze and evaluate information, breaking it down to separate fact from opinion. After thorough analysis, they feel confident forming their own opinions on a subject. And what's more, critical thinkers use these skills regularly in their own daily lives. हर दिन, हर पल हम लोग उसको उपयोग करेंगे. By implementing critical thinking, individuals can evaluate information objectively, consider multiple perspectives, and analyze complex situations more effectively. It enables them to identify underlying assumptions, uncover bases, and assess the credibility and relevance of data and evidence. What are the data I have? What are the evidence I have? I need to analyze critically. Unless and until I critically think about it, I won't come to a conclusion. At a personal level, barriers to critical thinking can arise through an over-reliance on feelings or emotions, self-centered or social cultural centered thinking, conformism, dogma, and peer pressures, unconscious bias और selective perception. कभी कभी बच्चे बोलते हैं ना कि 10th क्लास के बाद मैं उस स्कूल जा रहा हूं, आप भी नॉन अटेंडिंग क्लास के लिए जाइए. कभी +2 के बाद बोलते हैं इस स्टडी सेंटर में जा रहा हूं, इस कॉलेज में जा रहा हूं. No, peer students are having their similar decisions, which is not at all wise. So there should be selective perception should be there. So determining learning objective. What is my learning objective? Teaching through questioning, practicing before assessing, reviewing, refining, and providing feedback and assessment of learning. A lesson plan should reflect these 5 steps. These 5 steps should be reflected in our lesson plan when we prepare. So when we are reflecting upon this point, that I should have this aspect that I should think critically. Think now itself. Today onwards, I have to think one thing. I am not similar as others. I am different. God has created me differently. As same as I am going to think different. I am going to lead different. And my children in the class will think critically and they will have different life, a better life or the best life. That's best wishes to all. And I thank every teacher, those who are here to just listen to my thought on creative thinking for smart learning. I thank on behalf of Rajan sir, President of Panitra Sahodaya, all executive members. I thank everybody, especially bottom of my heart. I thank one and all. Thank you. Thank you very much.